Hey, how's it going, all you lovely people at Shut Door or Door Shutter, coming back to you with a brand new episode of All the Mods 9. Today is episode 56, and we are going to get into some immersive engineering, kind of. I want to actually get into looking at some different options for Coke. Coal Coke, in this case, I believe is what it's called, right? You've got Coal Coke, Coke, and... Okay, so yeah, Coal Coke and Coke. I believe there's like another option with Greg Tech, but we're not going to look at that one. But I've got the option from Thermal, Immersive, and Railcraft because I kind of want to just see which one's faster, if any of them are better, and see what we can see. So let's get this assembled here. So the first one we're going to do is Immersive Engineering. 2, 3. Actually, yeah, we can build it above ground. That's fine. I think this is 26 blocks because I think the center is hollow. And then we just right-click it with an engineer's hammer. By the way, that's how this is crafted. Actually, it looks like it is a full one. There we go. Okay, so that one's 27 blocks. We're going to put the other one down, which is Railcraft. Okay, so that one's done. And then we have the Pyrolyzer from Thermal. We'll quickly grab a flux point for this one. Oh, come on. And this one can actually have an unfair advantage because we could actually get integral components. We could even get a dragon steel component if we really wanted to. Let's actually go up/home real quick. Dragon steel. So if we press use on this. Okay. And then we just need netherite dust, which just goes inside of a crusher. See if I can find the crushing recipe here. I think it's this one. And the rest of these would just go in the crafting slots. I also, off camera, went ahead and made a fancy sword. This is the Vitality Blade from Bobley's Heart Canisters, I believe is what the name is. This mod adds this sword, which by default's not that fancy, but you can take these heart canisters, which you can also use for extra health, by the way. I didn't make them, but I did make them for the sword. So we have 10 red, 10 yellow, 10 green, and 10 blue, which makes this sword a roughly 93 damage, plus the actual mythic enchant we have on here with the Godforged Pearls from Apotheosis. I actually used this to get Nether Star Cruxes, and got a whole bunch of those, so we actually have Mystical Agriculture Nether Stars being made, which is fantastic as well. But anyway, getting back on task here. Can we make a Dragon Steel Draconic integral component? This is actually going to be our first Draconic integral component that we've ever made in All the Mods 9. So let's see if this gets good here. Alright, that is done. So the next thing that we want to do is probably grab some flux linkage amplifiers. I don't think there's anything other than that we need. We could, of course, look at upgrading these as well, but I'm not really too concerned about doing that right now. We'll just go with what we got. And this is actually a very, very low down floor, because it's a new floor. There we go. And then we can pop this in here. And then now we would just need coal, I believe. So let's grab coal blocks, and then just coal itself. So that just converts, and this would just convert. Okay. So I see which one's a little bit quicker here. Oh, and let's get this one fired up. So we've got this one giving us some creosote. This one should give us creosote, and this one should give us creosote. We need both of these ingredients, by the way. But I wanted to see which one would be better off, and it looks like this is the worst option. And it's also got like a fire sound effect that I kind of want to turn down. Not turn it off, but just turn it down. Okay. So that was the campfire sound, I think. So this is actually also giving us tar, which I don't know what tar does for us. You can make blocks of tar. So basically, it looks like you can smelt stuff with it. So that's interesting. Okay. So yeah, this is definitely outperforming. I'm curious. If I were to do this, which I know we'll just lose a whole bunch of power doing that, how slow is this? Definitely, definitely slow. Oh, it may not be working. Hold on. It may need to have an output before it can run. So let's just get that going. Okay. So that's ejecting. Okay, so it needed that. So this isn't terribly slow. And of course, if we add these, speeds it up quite a bit. And of course, if we add that, it makes it insanely fast. Okay, so this is the best option for getting coal coke, or coke in this case. This is coal coke and coal coke. Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to knock the rest of these out. There's no real point in having them. Just wanted to see what we could look at there. Can we throw full blocks in here? No, we cannot. Okay. That is fine. Interesting, interesting. Some good old tests. That's what this is. Let's grab a hopper. Let's push this back. Actually, grab a cardboard box. Pick it up, push it back this way, unbox it, and let's put the power under. And then pick this up. Let's do it this way. Throw a couple stacks of coal in the hopper. I don't know how much coal coke we'll need, in all honesty, so I'm just going to throw in just a teeny bit of it, not too much. And then let's grab some tier upgrades for the tank. So this is already a basic tier, so we'd want to go advanced, elite, so advanced, elite, ultimate. And that'll give us quite a large storage of creosote. The next thing, of course, we want to do is just get a chest or barrel or something. Yeah, there we go. Spruce gold barrel. And we'll output the items. And we'll grab stack upgrades. Perfect. And then we'll get some coal coke. Not 100% sure how much we'll use of that, but we'll use it sooner or later. But that is fantastic. Okay. So the next thing to complete that quest completely here is to just grab a bucket of creosote. Fantastic. Okay. We'll put that back in there for right now. Engineering workbench, coke dust, squeezer, HV accumulator. So our end goal here is to get the railgun. And I don't think there's actually an immersive engineering tab. I think it is just every other mod. So this is kind of our immersive engineering experience right here, which is, it's kind of disappointing, but it's okay. That'll work for us. So engineering workbench. We already have one. We need blueprints. So what are these to make? So this is crafting components and metal press molds. Okay. And then engineer workbench. We have also got a circuit table and a crafting table. So let's just get these thrown down here. Let's grab my axe. Okay, how do I place these properly? Perfect. Perfect. And then we'll just plop that one down. I don't really think we need this one, in all honesty. It's just a crafting table. But we've got circuits. Oh, we can actually make, like, AND gates and stuff. I did not know that. Okay. I'll have to look at that. When was this added into Immersive Engineering? That is a good question. So this is all of our circuits and stuff. This is all of our punch presses or metal press molds. Okay. So what does it take to make a railgun? Let's go from this. So it looks like we're going to need some advanced electrical components. There's an automated engineering workbench or engineer's workbench. So let's look at the book here. Engineer's manual. I want to look at the automation part. Automated workbench. Okay. So we're going to need some components here. Does it tell me how many I need? Oh, here it is. So 4 light engineering blocks, 1 redstone engineering block, 2 heavy engineering block, 5 steel scaffolding, 2 treated wood slabs, and 4 conveyor belts. So light engineering block. So this one right here. And this requires iron sheet metal. Okay. And then iron mechanical components. It looks like we're going to need some more iron plates. Do I not have those on AutoCraft? I do. So let's just say 2056, just a whole bunch. And I'll let those craft and be right back. Alright, so I got 4 light engineering blocks. We're going to get the redstone block. What is that called? Engineering. So they're just all engineering blocks. Okay, so we need 1 of these. We need heavy engineering blocks. So this is steel sheet metal. So I do not have steel plates. So I'm going to have to go make a recipe for those real quick. So let's go back up to the top here. And let's look at steel plates. We have steel production. We just don't have steel plates. So let's look for our plates. Right there. And then now we should be able to request those, which looks like we're going to need quite a bit of them. So let's look up steel plate. Let's say 512. Of course, it's going to have to make some steel. Some more waiting around. I'll probably actually as well just make a handful of steel while we're at it. So let's just do 2056 times 2. Because I don't feel like mathing that much. And we'll just let those craft. Alright, so we got the 2 heavy engineering blocks. So the next thing, of course, is steel scaffolding. Scaffolding. Steel rods. Okay. That just said 5, right? So, did not need all of that, but that's okay. We'll use this stuff later, most likely. Treated wood slab. So, treated wood slab. So this is probably needing the creosote, right? So what we should be able to do in this case is get this imported into the AE2 system. this fluid here. So let's go upstairs. We got 120 buckets, right? So we've got a decent amount. So if we just did this and we get a fluid cell, let's go for 256K. And let's get a fluid cell. Oh, that's 64. It's not the one I wanted. I wanted this one. Perfect. Where did the fluid just go? Okay, so what I think was happening was the sink is voiding every fluid that goes in. I think is what's happening. I'm really not sure, but I removed that storage bus, and it appears that now it's flowing into the actual. I did not mean to do that. I have been doing that a lot recently, and I am not trying to do that. But I also think I just broke the wireless connector, so I'm going to have to go find out where that wireless connection point is. I'll be right back. Okay, so that's set back up, but I want to put the storage bus down again, but I'm going to filter fluids. If I can set this to fluids, is there a way for me to set to fluids? Okay, so right click, okay. And then that should be the only thing that goes in and out of here. I hope. Okay. So let's get the treated wood planks crafting. And I should be able to fluid substitute. Okay. And then we're going to make slabs. So this will just be thrown in here. And we should now be able to get treated. Oh, I gotta set this back to items and fluid. And we'll just grab 32 of these. Okay. Let me grab this back out. Because apparently I have to get a bucket of the normal oil. Just to make sure we're using the right one. I was hoping substitutes would work there, but they don't. And that's okay. Okay, so we're just doing it that way. Perfect. So let's give that a go. And we will then try and make treated. So we'll say 64. Perfect. And we'll just say 12 here instead of the 32 that we were going to go for. But that should be what we need there. And then the conveyor belt. Conveyor. How do I spell conveyor? Goodness gracious. Conveyor. Oh, I may have just not seen them in all honesty. But yeah, so conveyor, we just need 4 of these bad boys. So the first layer, and we're going to go back down to the bottom floor here again. So we'll just set this against this wall. So first layer, so this is 3 by 3. So we should just be able to set it right here, hopefully. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Stop flying here for a second. And it looks like we actually have a heavy component here and steel scaffolding throughout. And then I did miss putting the redstone engineer block there. And then we're going to go up a layer. So 2 more of these. The other heavy. And we can rotate that, so that's pretty cool. So boom, boom. Okay, and I don't think those matter on which direction they're going. Engineer's hammer. No? Oh, I think we have to smack this once it's ready, right? But that looks ready to me. All right, so real quick, I figured out what we did wrong here. We placed the conveyors in the wrong direction. They need to go up, over, up, up. So starting here at the left of this light engineering block, goes up towards the heavy engineering block, takes a right, then goes up twice. And then we're going to come over here, we're going to smack that, and that gives us an engineer's workbench, automated engineer's workbench. So now we should be able to make that stuff, but I forgot to look at what we actually need for this system, or for the crafting of this, and that is Duroplast sheets, vacuum tubes, and aluminum wire. So I looked at Duroplast here real quick, and Duroplast is requiring phenolic resin, which is creosote and this word, and this is created using silver plates and ethanol. Ethanol is needing a fermenting station, or an industrial fermenter in this case, with certain seeds, giving us a little bit more. So we'd have to get into getting the industrial fermenter and building it. I'm kind of trying to see what our best options are here. So it looks like corn. It looks like honey actually is a pretty good option here. We'd get the glass bottles back like we would need them. That's not a bad option. We have access to mystical agriculture honey stuff, so that's a good option. Okay, so what do we need for the industrial fermenter? So industrial fermenter. Here, let's look up fermenter. There we go. So we're gonna pause this. Let's see. Can I get this to go back? There we go. So this is going to require all of these ingredients that I'm going to quickly grab off camera. Be right back. Alrighty. So I went off camera and actually got the fermenter set up. I recorded it, but honestly, the problem is I keep recording this stuff, and it kind of keeps getting ruined because these machines are very strange compared to what they used to be. For example, with this fermenter, let's actually break this here real quick. I could not figure out how to get this to place, because it looks like we can just right-click the cauldron here to activate this. Well, you can. You just need to do it on the right side. Kind of threw me off and really just made me a little irritated that I couldn't do it properly, but that's okay. So we've got ethanol production going. It's just honey bottles in here, and then we've got an ender chest that's taking the bottles out, and then of course the ethanol taking that out into a tank as well. So this is working. This is cruising. Also, I'm just able to put a flux point on the power spot at the very top here and allow for this to go. Of course, this does have a redstone control. If you wanted to turn this off ever, you can just put a lever here, and this would cease operation. But of course, we want this to be operational. Okay? So the next portion of this would be to get the refinery 2 times, because we need this one for, let's see, ethanol. How do I spell ethanol? Okay, ethanol, immersive engineering. This is required for the creation of this, which needs silver plates, and of course ethanol. So we're going to get the refinement, or the refinery, and I think we can do is we could probably put that over here or over here. Maybe I should put this machine over here and just have the refinery processes here and here, because there's going to be a metal press at the end of this too. So let's just move this whole thing, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so real quick, we're setting up a simple automation for honey, glass of honey bottles of honey, whatever they're called, where we're going to have like a closed feed of 16 glass bottles and some honey from the honey essence here. and we'll just combine those. It's a 1-for-1 here. So all we need to do is set the recipe to be this plus this equals this. And then if we were to throw in honey essence, this will get pulled out, not quickly or anything, but it'll process once we give this thing power, because I forgot to add this back after moving it. This will then produce ethanol, and it'll just completely loop those glass bottles around in a circle. So we don't ever have to worry about glass bottles going anywhere. They're always going to be here. I was currently in the middle of setting this up, which is the laser node system, because we need to make sure that we aren't overfilling this, because we need those glass bottles to go in there. And if they don't, it fails. So we got to be a little bit cautious here, which is okay. That is fine by me. So let's get that placed down. Let's go counting filter. Let's go honey essence. Let's go 64. And let's go up, extract. And then let's grab some overclockers just in case. Probably only need like 2 in this case. That'll work. And then we do need some sort of power, so we'll just grab another flux point since we automated that. And I didn't realize we actually have 60,000 flux dusts in here, so that system should have shut off a while ago, which is fantastic news. Anyway, that is working. That'll produce ethanol indefinitely. So now we just need to get the refinery stuff set up. But I think for now, we're actually going to wrap this episode up here, where you've got the ethanol production, and that is fantastic. I know we didn't get around to too much this episode, but there's some quirks and stuff we have to work with through with Immersive Engineering. I'm not used to some of the new stuff that they've added over time. It's been a hot minute since I've actually viewed that mod, honestly. So I'm excited. I genuinely am. I know we looked at, of course, the couple of coke ovens that are in here and the pyrolyzer from Thermal, and we definitely saw some weird behavior with AE2. But anyway, that's going to do it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay awesome, and I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye-bye.